Welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings. It is that time once again to finish what 2 weeks ago was an epic fucking 2 hour part one. And that's right, folks. The time has come to finish the Ranker 79 top 80s metal songs of all time. I just totally fucked up that name, but whatever. Bracket. And it's last time it was 49 songs. This time it's only 31. Only 31 songs this time, so it should be a little bit faster. But the competition is a little tougher on some matchups. Gonna say that right now. There's gonna be some hatred in here for people. I already have a feeling, but I'm looking at a couple people on that, but we'll see. First, of course, I have some of my fabulous guests with me once again, and the man who picked this bracket, Mr. Judas Priest himself.
Yeah!
Ow. And someone who was supposed to be here last time, but had a little... I couldn't make it. Mr. CJ playing the music god himself.
I was here last time.
No, you had a...
You were on the asylums last time, not this one.
I was on part one of this one.
You took migraine pills and fell asleep.
Hey, on part one, didn't
I told you who won, but
no, because it came down between like Amorphous and another band, right?
No, you're thinking of the metal wedding songs bracket.
Okay.
You're thinking of the metal wedding songs bracket we did a month ago. Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. I was on it with 2 for 1.
No, I did tell you that Creeping Death by Metallica won last part and will be in the grand finale today against whoever wins this part. But and of course, folks, it's all good. And of course, folks, we are always joined by Harley, from my co-host from the Asylum with Harley and Joker, and the last two guests, some of my most recurring guests lately, Lisa and Phil from Yaha Pod.
Good to see everybody again.
Hello.
Our video might be going in and out because we're rather bedraggled from a long day, but we're here to rock.
I showered for these motherfuckers watching this show. God damn it. But, and after a long day of cleaning, I did need it. But, folks, this one's going to be tough, so let's get on the road. The order you see them on screen is the order they're going. Well, now you will be seeing them on screen once I get people actually on here to watch it. But it starts off with Andrew, since alphabetical, and it was his bracket choice anyway. And in what to me is an easy fucking matchup to start this, but we'll see. Number 67 ranked, the lowest ranked in this part. I mean, highest ranked in this part. I fucking hate bracket. Lowest ranked in this part. I fucking hate the way it works. Sink the Pink. What? Sink the Pink by AC/DC from 1985. And it's going against number 28 ranked Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue from 1989.
I'm not a very big Motley Crue guy, but
you shut your mouth.
That is one of their better songs. We're going Dr. Feelgood.
Do we have to have a word after this? I'm thinking, buddy. Jesus Christ. How you not a Crue head?
I'm pretty sure I said this on the last episode, too.
Maybe you did. Maybe I just was so pissed off I fucking looked over it. But
in your defense, there was a lot you had to look on with the last episode. There was no White Lion, there was no Dokken. Way more Metallica than Megadeth. There were issues.
Yeah,
you could blame the folks who ranked this on Ranker for that.
Yeah, we need a link on who to go complain to, because you always say we can't complain to you about this stuch.
Yeah, no, I want to.
You can complain to him. He just says he didn't make the ranking.
You can complain all you can complain all you want. I'll sit over here and play the world's smallest violin for you, but I mean, it ain't gonna make a difference to me. I put too much work into making these shits. But
that makes it easy.
My dad was a virtuoso at the world's smallest violin.
It's a good dad skill. Trust me.
Uh,
And
He plays My Heart Bleeds Purple Kool-Aid.
CJ, is it Sink the Pink or Dr. Feel good for you?
Right now.
I don't care for either one, but I especially don't care for Motley Crue. So, AC/DC.
Jesus fucking Christ. Harley, which way do you want to go?
Dr. Feelgood.
Yes. And yeah, I said last time that there was a band I hate who was not on this part. The band I hate, more than Guns N' Roses, is AC/DC. Because I think they're one of the most overrated fucking metal bands of all time. And they have some hits that were good at first, but they get so overplayed that you fucking can't stand them after a while. They're in every fucking movie ever. So I will easily go with Dr. Feelgood because I fucking used to run laps at the Kingston YMCA listening to that Greatest Hits album, Red, White, and Crew all day. But
You must have loved Axl Rose fronted AC/DC.
no. But
Made his earbuds explode.
yeah, God. But Lisa, is it AC/DC or Motley Crue?
Motley Crue.
Which means Motley Crue does move into the next round. Will they last? Well, I don't think they will, but we'll see. And it's gonna Phil. Which way would you have gone?
Well, I like AC/DC, but I'm not that fond of that track. And what I mentioned last time was that I liked the first Motley Crue album, but I really didn't like anything subsequently. So I'm going to go with the AC/DC kind of standard.
Yeah, well, AC/DC gets a couple pity votes, but they, in the end of the day, have their one song in this whole bracket taken out. But it literally is like one of their no names. It's literally one of their no name songs, though. So people can't complain. But
Yeah, there really were much better AC/DC songs, which should have been
in the 80s though, or 70s.
80s. I want to say like the entire For Those About to Rock album. I want to say that was like what,
Highway to
84?
Hell,
Yeah.
in Black.
High Voltage, Dirty Deeds.
Big Balls.
Those are the 70s.
Yeah, Highway to Hell, I think was like 79, right?
Yeah, I think those were 70s tracks.
Dirty Deeds. It was 77.
A lot of these bands in this, they suffer from having like some of their better music come out in the decade before, decade after. But
If I were to complain about the list, I would say AC/DC. I always thought they were misplaced. I mean, it's not a metal band. They're like they're a blues rock band, really. They're just loud. They're just loud.
But that's why they only had one song. But
They're a hard rock band at best.
But this next matchup, ain't nobody saying neither of these folks is metal. And it's going to get started off by CJ, and it's number 66 ranked Lady Evil by Black Sabbath from 1980, going against number 27 ranked Electric Eye by Judas Priest from 1982.
Number 5.
Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah, that's a toughie. And Harley?
I'm going Judas Priest.
Lady Evil.
I got it. No.
And Judas Priest. You don't have Lady Evil.
And, fuck. I am not overly fond of either of these songs. They're both great, but I'm not like, neither of them really stand out my head as being a little bit better. But, I gotta go Priest just because it rocks a little harder to my mind, that song. But just the intro guitar in that is fucking a little harder. But Lisa, which way you want to go, Priest or Sabbath?
I'm going Sabbath.
Ooh, interesting.
The lyrics are okay.
And Phil?
I had both of these kind of ranked fairly evenly. I just you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Judas Priest only because it's the only. Well, no, there's two. There's another. I'm still going to give it to Judas Priest in this instance.
Which I think you've made someone very happy. But Andrew, which way is it going to be a tiebreaker, or are we going to have to? And we have to flip the coin, or is Priest winning?
You know, the thing is, I love Sabbath, especially without Ozzy. Any fucking singer but that's not one of my go-to songs for the Dio era. Judas Priest, however, Electric Eye, fuck yeah, we're going Judas fucking Priest.
Well, as Katie Foreman once said, that's what Judas needs, a priest. But Harley, you can start the next matchup. And speaking of bands I hate, it's number 65 ranked. Used to love her.
What went on?
What?
What did I
went
miss?
forward.
Oh, Judas
Yeah.
Priest.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
But it's all good. But Harley, it's number 65. Used to Love Her by Guns N' Roses from 1988. Going against number 26 ranked Flight of Icarus by Iron Maiden from 1983.
Iron Maiden.
Yes, and I'm giving that the big fat yup because I fucking hate Guns N' Roses. Even though that was a better Guns N' Roses song that I haven't heard before, but it was actually decent. But I got Flight of Icarus is one of Maiden's best fucking songs, so I fucking love that song. Any song based off Greek mythology, I'm down for. But Lisa, which way you want to go, GNR or Iron Maiden?
I'm gonna go Guns N' Roses. I like the whimsy in the song. Also, isn't that the song where after they released that song, the cops went and dug up their yards?
The band members?
Yeah. There is a song where somebody, some heavy metal quote unquote group, or whatever you want to call it, punk or whatever, was singing, that they buried their beloved in the backyard, and the cops went and actually dug up their backyards.
Never heard that.
That sounds like a piece of trivia that the music god would know, I would think. But
It is.
Is it true?
Yes, but it's because the cops were fucking stupid and didn't realize it was actually a song Axl wrote about his dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't say the cops had the brains.
Singing about burying his dog in the backyard after she died. But
Wow.
What do you?
So basically, the cops dug up Axl Rose's dog.
That's
basically. And Phil, is it GNR or Maiden?
Thank you. I love that story.
Well, I don't like Guns N' Roses, and I find this song particularly whiny.
Mhm.
So I'm and I love Flight of Icarus. Like I said before, I'm not all that on Iron Maiden, but that's probably one of the top 2 or 3 Iron Maiden songs for me. So.
And Drew.
Now I'm not really very big on Bruce Dickinson fronted Iron Maiden, but I fucking hate Guns N' Roses.
I see a theme.
There is a right answer here. It is definitely Iron fucking Maiden.
I demur, but that's okay.
You had a great story though, so that
I
makes
did.
up for
I
it.
had a good story.
And CJ, finish us out. Which way are you going to go?
I'm going Guns N' Roses because there's better Iron Maiden songs in this list. So.
Oh, there is, and they're on this list. But
I thought those were 90s.
Shit.
and there's also better. There's well, maybe not better, but
I'm a Blaze Bailey Iron Maiden guy, so
yeah, I swear to God, Drew. I swear to fucking God. But the next matchup gets started off by me, and this is easy. It's number 64 ranked Fast as a Shark by Accept from 1982 versus number 25 ranked I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister from 1984. Fast as a Shark is not Accept's best song in this bracket even, and it's not one of their better songs in my opinion. The guitar's good, but that's basically it. I Wanna Rock is just, it's a little bit overplayed, but it's just classic. I mean, it's a metal anthem, and
What are the
I love that
choices? Sister and what else? The other one?
Except Fast as a Shark. But I gotta go back to that scene in Road Trip on the bus for I Wanna Rock. So fuck yeah, that's all I can think of when I hear it. So I'm going with Twisted Sister on this one, and it is the only song they have in this bracket. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
Sister all the way.
Twisted. She said Twisted Sister. We were.
I heard it. I caught Twisted. And Phil, which way you want to go?
I got Twisted Sister edging out, except I'm not that.
And Drew, is there any hope for Accept?
Fucking A right there is. Except all the way. I love Twisted Sister, but that is far from one of their better songs.
Hmm.
Yeah. And CJ, which way are you gonna go?
Yeah, it's not even close for me. It's Accept all the way. Udo is one of the single most underrated performers. A completely nice guy. It just one of the most gentlemanly men you'll ever meet, and he is as badass live as he is on record. Just a voice that is bigger than life, man.
Oh hell yeah!
I wish I could scream 1/100th as good as him.
Through the wall, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Hey, Balsa Walls made to the finals because that's a good Accept song. I just don't think this is a better Accept. I don't think this is a good.
Okay, let me stop you right there. There is no bad Accept songs. Okay, they're fucking amazing. Like,
Right, I was surprised Burning wasn't on this list.
like, I mean, they're go see him live one time. You'll have a whole new appreciation for what Udo and those guys do, and even Accept without Udo, you know, they're still amazing. Their new singer is really great too. So,
And Harley, is it going to be a tie or is Twisted Sister
It's
moving on?
Twisted Sister.
I had a feeling, but I know my co-host. But that means Sister will face Maiden in the next round. But the next matchup gets started off by Lisa, and it's number 63, "Turn Up the Night" by Black Sabbath from 1981.
Do not get rid of it.
So this goes.
No.
Or number 24 ranked, "Round and Round" by Rat from 1984.
I'm sorry. What was it again? I apologize.
"Round and Round" or "Turn Up the Night."
Yeah, I've got. I'm gonna go with. I don't know. 601. I'm gonna go with "Turn Up the Night" because
And Phil?
mine. I'm dead even, but Philip definitely prefers "Turn Up the Night."
Yes, there's my answer.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And what's going on, David? Glad to see you watching, buddy. But
He's watching from the asylum.
Hey there, David.
I see the paperclip, Harley. But Drew is which way you want to go, Sabbath or Rat?
I fucking love both. This is actually a hard one for me, but Rat does have far better songs that should have been way higher up on the list than Round and Round. "Turn Up the Night" is one of the top Dio era Black Sabbath songs. I'm gonna go Black Sabbath on that one.
And CJ.
I guess I'm going to be the contrarian tonight. I'm going Rat.
Oh, well, you might not be the only one. We'll see. But Harley, which way you want to go?
Yep.
And see, that's the great thing is, "Round and Round" is one of those songs that was on my dual disc Monsters of Rock CDs in high school. So I used to blast "Round and Round" constantly. I love that freaking song. And
It's our riff.
it is. And that Sabbath song, I'm honestly not a huge fan of. It's just, it doesn't scream at me like some of the other ones do. The fact that all these songs are ranked higher than "Zero the Hero" pisses me off to no degree. But
That's madness.
And the fact that I just made a Black Sabbath bracket And out of 100 songs, Zero the Hero is like 97. And that's based on Spotify listens. So that's based on people actually listening to those songs. So that's
You should do a non-Ozzy era Black Sabbath bracket. The music's
Actually,
far, I promise you.
not all of his songs are like top 20. So people don't disagree with you. But well, folks, that means that we have our first tiebreaker of the night. And can either do a coin flip or we can let the audience decide. And since the audience member did want to give their opinion on this,
We'll let the audience pick, I guess.
I guess, even though I already know I'm pissed off about it, but audience wanted to go Black Sabbath, so I'll let the audience break the tiebreaker. Since we actually have an audience, so that's actually willing to talk. So I got to go with that for once.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy, I sent you the Sabbath cover my old band did, didn't I?
Possibly a long time ago. I don't really recall.
The Electric Funeral one.
Oh yeah, I think you did.
Dude, we did the cover, did a 2-week tour with Pantera, and then 2 years later, Pantera did their version of it, and it's almost the exact version of what we were doing when we toured with them. It pissed us off so bad because.
Oh, was that Hand of Doom?
No, Electric Funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it pissed us off so bad, but at that point you couldn't fight Pantera because they were the biggest metal band in the world, and it was kind of like, that's okay. I got recorded proof.
I wonder how that would have gone had Dime and Vinny joined Megadeth. Yeah, how different would life be today?
Yeah.
Yeah, was that Dimebag around then?
Oh yeah.
They almost joined.
Well, that means Phil gets stuck.
What happened was Nick Menza had already gotten the Megadeth job. So Vinny wouldn't have been able to join.
But that means that Phil starts off the next matchup, and it's number 62 ranked, Among the Living by Anthrax from 1986.
Yes.
And it's going against number 23 ranked, The Four Horsemen by Metallica from 1983.
Oh man,
that's fucked.
Yeah, Four Horsemen for sure.
Not even close.
What's the?
And Drew?
I fucking love both. I think the only way I can justify this answer is
Who's the other one?
I like Mechanics way better than Four Horsemen, so that will factor into. I'm gonna go Anthrax. I fucking love Among the Living. That entire fucking album is fantastic. It's one of the most perfect thrash albums out there, in my opinion.
Well, there are two. Actually, I'll solve my speech here. But CJ, which way you want to go?
Let me just say, I'm the man. I'm the man.
It's so bad. I should be in detention.
The answer is always, dude. Anthrax is one of my favorite. They're like in my top, probably 6 or 7 bands of all time.
I thought I was the only one.
No,
Did we just become best friends?
I fucking love Anthrax, dude. I was an Anthrax fan. I didn't really know anything about the band, and then one of my foster brothers come home one day and he had the "I'm the Man" cassette, and he put that in, and I was just immediately was like, "Yeah, I'm a fucking fan," because they had the Nice Fucking Life cover on one side of it, and "I'm the Man" with all the versions of it on the other side, and I was just like, any band that can do thrash metal and rap rock on the same record, and then turn around and do a song with Public Enemy. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh hell yeah! That Public Enemy cover that made me love rap.
Yeah.
But Harley, which way do you want to go?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say that Anthrax has better songs in this part of the bracket, and so does Metallica. So it's kind of even for me. They both have better songs as part of the bracket. But these two songs, the Four Horsemen has one good part in it where they actually say the name of the Four Horsemen. That's the only part of it I really dig. The rest of it all just sounds like a lot of Metallica songs where it's all just heavy guitar and not much for lyrics. But I gotta give it to Among the Living. Anthrax did a great job in that song. So this playlist actually made me realize how much I haven't listened to Anthrax lately. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
I gave Four Horsemen half a point higher. So Four Horsemen.
Well, Anthrax still moves on 4-2 though, and that means that back up to Drew starting this one off. And this first song was a different artist performed it on the playlist only because this version isn't available on Spotify for some reason. Well, I'm pretty sure I know the reason, but it's number 61 ranked. It's number 61 ranked Die Young by Black Sabbath from 1980, which it was a Heaven and Hell version playing on Spotify because it's the only version on Spotify is the live Heaven and Hell version. But as Drew said last week, Heaven and Hell is Black Sabbath. So, and it's going against, ironically enough, number 22 ranked Bark at the Moon by Ozzy Osbourne from 1983.
Fuck Ozzy. I'm sorry, but Black Sabbath. Die Young is one of my fucking top favorite Black Sabbath songs. Bark at the Moon, nowhere near fucking Ozzy's best. Ozzy has some great songs. I don't fucking completely hate on him. But no, he does not hold a candle to Black Sabbath without him. He does not hold a fucking candle to Dio.
No, that's not it.
Die fucking Young.
And CJ?
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Ozzy. You know, Bark at the Moon is a catchy song, but Die Young.
It was so much better on that album alone, fucking Waiting for Darkness.
There were three songs we debated. There were three songs we debated for covers. One was Electric Funeral. One was Die Young. The other one was Neon Nights. And, Electric Funeral run out, but Die Young was really fucking close behind it. So,
another one of those three songs is on this part of the bracket. But,
yeah.
Harley, Sabbath or Ozzy?
Sabbath.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I mean, Die Young's a better song. I like Bark on the Moon. It's catchy, but it's almost too mainstream for Ozzy. I like his darker shit. So, and there's another Ozzy has another song on this that's way better. So I'll wait for that one to go for Ozzy. But which way would you have gone, Lisa?
I do often wonder if it's too late for me to die young, but I'm going to choose Die Young.
And Phil?
Yeah, I didn't like Bark at the Moon at all. But this was like from the Heaven and Hell thing, right? That was a little bit later. But I like Die Young. I listened to it before the show. I really like that song.
It's a great song. I mean, the live version that Heaven and Hell did was long as shit, but it's a good song.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because the fucking guy doesn't shut up in the beginning. But
yeah, Tony does that like 14-minute solo at every time they played it live, even during the Tony Martin era.
Reasons not to go to concerts, number 85.
But I mean, that means CJ gets to start the last matchup in this side of round one, and what I personally think is possibly the hardest matchup in this bracket. Number 60 ranked Madhouse by Anthrax from 1985, or number 21 ranked Raining Blood by Slayer from 1986.
Madhouse. It's not close. It's not as hard as you think, dude. Slayer's great, but it's fucking Anthrax, bro. And Madhouse is another one of those songs. It just, it makes you want to turn into like the Bushwhackers from WWE. You hear it, you just want to be like, you just got to fucking mosh, bro.
I knew right where you were going with that.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, I did too. But Harley, which way you want to go before I say my opinion?
Yeah.
See, to me, this is actually a little bit of a hard matchup. I wasn't really a Slayer fan until Chansey started getting me into them more and more. And Raining Blood is just perfection. It's just, yeah. I would give anything right now to have Chansey on here singing it. But from the last rated sky. But yeah, sorry, Chansey, buddy, but Madhouse is one of the first Anthrax songs I ever heard. Saw the video on VH1 in a countdown, and I freaking fell in love with Anthrax off of that video. And
I would have went Slayer if it would have been Angel of Death or Ghosts of War. Otherwise,
Angel of Death already got pretty far in the bracket. It was in on this set. I'm pretty sure you were on. So I think it was in the metal songs about death bracket, and I'm pretty sure it was in the songs about serial killers bracket. So it's had its nights. But Lisa, you want to go with Madhouse or Raining Blood?
Madhouse.
And Anthrax moves on, taking out the only Slayer song in this bracket. But that's because Slayer got way bigger in the 90s. But which way did you want to go, Phil?
Well, I kind of like Tom Avaya's or Araya's singing voice for that band. So I know it's water under the bridge because it's already lost, but I would have went with Slayer. I did go with Slayer. Nobody else did.
Trust me, I was very fucking tempted. That guitar riff in the beginning is one of the fucking most recognizable guitar riffs of all time. But Drew, which way would you have gone?
I was gonna say the thing about the Rain and Blood is that guitar riff is incredible. That's probably one of the best songs that any band could randomly just pull out live on stage and get the fucking crowd going. It's the song that actually got me into Slayer at all. But I mean, we're talking fucking Anthrax here, you know? No, we're Anthrax easily. Interesting little fact. I didn't know this until recently, but apparently in the Madhouse music video, Ozzy was actually the Not Man.
I believe it.
Huh.
I could believe it.
he was. Sharon was their manager at the time.
Makes sense.
Wow.
I mean, it makes sense. It does, and I mean, I feel like back then Ozzy would do anything if you threw a bag of Coke on the floor. But
yeah,
is he going to perform at that the last Black Sabbath thing?
In a flying throne.
Oh,
of course.
I don't think he's standing on stage for it.
I was gonna say it's actually kind of brilliant if you think about it, because he can't stand for a long period of time. So having a big, massive throne that's going to be like fucking flying over the audience.
it could be a cool effect. I hope he's buckled in.
Personally, I'd rather see Black Sabbath come back with Tony Martin, but yeah, what are you gonna do? I'd even settle with Glenn Hughes.
But that means that the first half of round one is officially over. And I guess that last matchup was a little easier than I thought it was going to be. But there's some hard ones.
It was a harder choice as far as I was concerned, but
yeah.
Anthrax.
I mean, if it was other Anthrax songs in this bracket, I would have went with Slayer in a second. But Madhouse got me into them, so I couldn't. But then the other side of round one gets started off by Harley. And it's number 47 ranked Children of the Sea by Black Sabbath from 1980 versus number 8 ranked Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden from 1982.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah, you know, I'm just sitting here waiting in my cold cell, waiting for that bell to chime. And Cradle of Filth did it 100 times fucking better. But yeah, I gotta go with "I'll Be Thy Name." It's the Cradlefield version's way heavier and way better, but "Children of the Sea" is not a good fucking song in my opinion at all. I'm not a fan of it, so I gotta go with fucking "I'll Be Thy Name." But Lisa, which way you want to go?
Oh, hallowed be thy name.
And Drew, I see the looks you're giving me. Danny Phil's fucking scream in the beginning when there's a version of that song is fucking iconic.
I actually had never heard their cover of it. I didn't know of it. The look was more like, really? Children of the Sea is not a great fucking song.
Oh, I didn't even say that yet when you gave the look. Don't say that
take
yet.
back what I said before. This is actually the harder choice right now.
And Phil, which way you want to go?
Yeah, this is one I don't really care for this Iron Maiden song. And Children of the Sea is not, all that great, but I do appreciate the theatrical kind of crescendo that the song builds. So I'm going to go with Sabbath.
Ooh, keeping it interesting. And Drew, are we going to have a tie, or is it going to be Maiden? Wait a minute. No, something's wrong there. Yeah, something's wrong there. But that was the copy.
I think I'm gonna go with Maiden on this one. I fucking love Children of the Sea. The two of you that were like, that's not a great song. I don't know what it is you guys are drinking.
Steve Weiser's, but go on.
Great Kool-Aid. I do have great Kool-Aid here.
The water.
I think it's a fucking fantastic song. But I think I am going to give it to Maiden on this one.
And I was wrong. It wasn't a tie. That doesn't mean it doesn't make Iron Maiden win, but because CJ, you get to choose if it's going to be a tie or if Maiden's taking the trophy tonight. Well, for this matchup.
Yeah, they are. It's Maiden.
Yeah. Maiden bracket too, and I'm pretty sure that song's pretty damn high up if I remember right. It's been a while since I made that.
Yeah, that's one of the crowd favorites. I even like that one, and I'm not even really a big dick.
I've heard Cradle of Filth's version before I actually heard Maiden's version of that song, and I was disappointed once I heard Maiden's compared to theirs. Like, it's just so tame compared to theirs. Like, the guitar is better in Phil's too, but I don't know. Danny's voice is perfect for that song, but that means I get to start the next matchup. And this is easy. It's an 82 matchup. It's number 46 ranked "I Love It Loud" by Kiss, or number 7 "Seek and Destroy" by Metallica. And yeah, I like Kiss for certain songs. That is definitely not one of them. Definitely not fucking one of them. I gotta go with "Seek and Destroy." That's one of the best Metallica songs on this part of the bracket. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
I actually really, really preferred Kiss. But I'm not a heavy metal fan. So,
Yeah. Why couldn't it? I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the Kiss songs I love are 70s. So that's why they're not on this. But it's
probably.
But which way do you want to go, Phil?
Was more disco era.
Was this after the Unmasked stuff?
No, this is the last album they did with the face paint before they took the makeup off. Creatures of the Night.
Okay. Well, I feel like I found this video or saw this video after the unmasking, and I thought it was cool because I was like, why did they unmask to begin with? Because all that stuff I didn't like that, anything they did.
Gene Simmons is not a good-looking man. He shouldn't have. He should never fucking unmasked.
I know they're
not kind to
allow him to go on anonymously. I'm sure, but
the amount of groupies he probably got before he unmasked versus after probably went down a lot. But
I'm in the opposite camp. I like their unmasked stuff more than their masked.
Yeah, 80s Kiss is fucking fantastic.
What was that song? All Hell's Breaking Loose. That's like the corniest shit I've ever that rap. I mean, the music's pretty good, but I mean, it's just so corny.
But like Asylum Asylum was one of the,
Yes.
Tears Are
Thank you.
Falling.
I
I mean,
fucking
it's
love
just
Asylum.
so
What
disgusting.
about God of Thunder, though?
Crazy
What
Nights.
about
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell
Yeah,
on
I
the
mean,
Water.
I don't know. I like Lick It Up and freaking Shout Out Loud Era Kiss. Like that's my
Hot in
kind
the
of Era
Shade
Kiss.
was a killer fucking record too.
I didn't really give my
Look
pick,
It Up
though.
is the worst fucking song they've ever put out, but goddamn, every other song on that record, holy shit. Million to One, Exciter, Jesus Christ. The fucking album right there.
What? The Accident Sex.
Well, that was Smash the Thrashers and Hits.
Yeah.
But great
But,
fucking song.
I'm just saying. It's
And I mean, and
I think we all
apparently
know where I'm
nowadays,
going on this one.
you can pay to be Gene Simmons roadie for a day. But
Oh,
This
yeah,
is true.
it costs,
I actually have a
10 grand
GoFundMe.
or something, doesn't it? Just to be in his orbit.
basically, that's what it is. Just to be in his orbit, people pay for that shit. But
Fuck that.
He
All
and I
right,
share
So,
one, so.
So I'm going to go with after all that, I'm going to go with even though God, I love Metallica, but this is really worn out, probably because it was used for Sting's entry music and stuff. I had him ranked this. I'm going to go with Kiss just because it's the only one on here, and they're in makeup, which is the way I like it. So
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is all Kiss before, as Brian J would say, Psycho Circus, you stole my shit. But, yeah, fucking Psycho Circus. But, which way you want to go, Drew? As if I don't know.
I'm going Kiss. Like, this is the beginning of a great era. Like, Ace Frehley wasn't really in the band at that point. He was in that music video, but he was already replaced by Vinnie Vincent. And I love the era that came like.
But it was
right
actually Bob Kulick that did the guitar work.
Maybe on that song. I know Vinny did plenty of songs on that album. I don't remember which was which. But yeah, between Vinny and then Bruce Kulick coming in, Eric Carr on the drums, a fantastic fucking era of Kiss. Crazy Nights is one of my all-time favorite records. Asylum is right up there with it.
I mean,
Crazy.
I mean, Metallica, Seek and Destroy, that's cool and all, but really, once you hear the original riff, which is Diamond Head Sucking My Love, you gotta go with that song.
yeah, there's a fatigue factor with that song.
I don't think so. I can listen to the opening for Seek and Destroy any day of the fucking week and be happy as shit hearing it. That opening riff is fucking incredible. But
yeah, but that's just the opening riff. There's still fucking 7 minutes of song you have to endure. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm sorry, but that's how I feel about Ghost. People talk about Ghost, and I don't get Ghost. Ghost is like, the riff is so incredible. Yeah, it is. But you actually got to listen to him sing over the riff. It's just
I fucking love Ghost, but I understand the hate that they get. So
I like Elizabeth. I like Elizabeth. That's the only song they do I like.
Yeah, like I don't hate Ghost. They confuse me, really, truthfully. Like I see them and I'm thinking, okay, I'm getting King Diamond. I'm getting something along that lines, and then I hear fucking Bon Jovi, and I'm like, wait, why the fuck is Bon Jovi?
You just brought up a great fucking point. This is top hits of the fucking 80s. There's no Merciful Fate / King Diamond. What the fuck?
Blame
We gotta
Ranker.
go elsewhere for these rankings and not Ranker anymore.
But CJ, which way you want to go? Kiss or Metallica?
Hell, I don't know. I'd probably go Kiss in this instant. I'm truthfully not a massive Metallica fan, short of like And Justice for All.
Coming up, but I said this last time, but I prefer either 90 Metallica or 2008 Metallica. Those are my two Metallica loves. Other than that, I'm not a huge fan unless it's the hits. But
Wait, are you saying like Load, Reload Metallica?
no, fuck no. Black
Oh, okay.
Black
Black
I, was
Album and
gonna
Death.
say, I thought I was actually the only person that enjoyed those albums.
No. Black Album or
I'll out myself on that one.
Black Album or Death Magnetic.
Death Magnetic is a good record.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do like that one. Black
I am
Album.
kind of disappointed that Dyer's Eve didn't make the list. That's
I like Death Magnetic. Wasn't that the complaint was that it was over? It's too loud. It was produced too loud.
I don't think so. I think it was fucking perfect. But
It rocks. I mean, it's like really heavy.
It was produced a little,
But yeah, that was
did on the spectrum end, but you know, it's Metallica. You,
but Harley, which way would you have gone? Even though Kiss is moving on.
Kiss.
Well, I mean, you know, folks, I was so thinking like, oh, we're getting up with a fucking Metallica versus Metallica in the grand finale, and then my fears are all gone on that pretty much. Well, they still have a couple choices in this, I'm pretty sure, but
sure.
Bye, fears.
well, but this next matchup, I think is difficult as shit, but it's gonna get started off by Lisa, and it's number 45 ranked Indians by Anthrax from 1986 versus, and I want to see Judas face for this point, number 6 ranked Breaking the Law by Judas Priest from 1980.
I like Judas Priest better.
And Phil.
It's funny.
Yep.
And the moment I'm waiting for, Drew.
Honestly, and I think it's very blatantly obvious that I do fucking love Judas Priest, but god damn it, I fucking hate that song. Like a lot of their radio hits, you know, Heading Out to the Highway, Breaking the Law, Another Thing Coming. I cannot stand it. I don't understand how those songs are liked.
Breaking the law.
It's put up against Indians, which is a great fucking song. Judas Priest does not have a war dance. We're going Anthrax.
So you're going with cultural appropriation.
Oh, don't get it.
Fucking A right.
Like I care.
What's going on, Glenn?
Glenn is in the house.
Glad to see you watching, buddy. But and I mean actually it's not my fucking vote yet. What am I saying? CJ, which way do you want to go?
we're gonna go Anthrax, but I also want to point out that Doro actually did a better version of Breaking the Law than Priest did.
I fucking love Doro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she is like the nicest, sweetest fucking person ever. I got to meet her a few years back.
I did too.
I think she was more excited to be meeting fans than we were to meet her.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Her
Absolutely.
and Joan Jett, I will crawl through glass for those two women, man. Like, I swear to God, like Doro and Joan Jett are just like
I love Joan Jett.
total Wayne's World for me, man. Like
Honestly,
Joan
I feel
Jett.
like every cover that Doro does, she always does better than the original artist.
Yep.
I'm telling you, check out, if you haven't already heard it, she does a duet with Blaze Bayley and they do Fear of the Dark.
Yep.
I swear to Christ, way better than Maiden.
Her version of Diamonds and Rust is fucking incredible too.
Fuck yes. Oh god. I could do a whole fucking bracket on Doro right now.
I will have to check that out because I don't think anything beats Fear of the Dark live by Maiden.
No, I promise you, this is a live performance too. It's done with an orchestra as a duet with Blaze Bayley, Iron Maiden's best singer.
Let me interject here. There is a band called Van Canto that do like a cappella style shit of metal songs. Their
Spell
version
Acapella. ACCA.
I can spell acapella.
Oh, okay.
it's Van Canto, CANTL. They do like
Thank
Maiden, Manowar, all kinds of shit. Priest.
Oh, I do fucking love me some Manowar.
Dude, Van Canto does one of the coolest fucking versions of Fear of the Dark. It's literally, it's like fucking, it's like this fucking high school a cappella group with fucking metal drums doing like metal songs. They're fucking incredible. And that song, they elevate it in a way that you've never heard. I'm telling you, it will blow your fucking mind.
And that means Harley. Is it Priest or Anthrax?
Well, I am going to give it to Breaking the Law for my friend David.
Well,
Ouch.
yeah, that means we're at a tie, folks, because I have never heard Indians by Anthrax to this playlist, and it slowly became one of my favorite songs in this fucking playlist. I mean, I love anything that actually like gives sympathy to Native Americans, and I think they were doing that.
That's Van Canto.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Badass picture. But
Put it on a list to listen to.
Yeah, they got like 8 records. They're fucking incredible.
I mean, Cry for the Indians is one of the best courses ever. I fucking love the way they do that course. So that means we have a tiebreaker, and if anybody in the audience wants to vote and give us break the tie, you're more than welcome to cast your vote. I'll give you a minute or two before I do a coin flip. But yeah, I mean, fucking.
Because there is like a 5-second delay.
Yeah, well, I'm giving him a minute or two, I said. So 5 seconds ain't shit. But yeah, I agree. I actually agree with Drew. Breaking the Law is way too overplayed. And if I'm going to listen to a song that just says break the law over and over again, I'll listen to 3 6 Mafia's version.
The thing is, like, if I'm going to introduce you to Priest music, you should experience Priest. You know, Painkiller, Touch of Evil. You know, All Guns Blazing. Like that's Priest, and then you have.
All right.
No, I'm
Well-
sorry, but I would rather trust Hannibal Lecter with a blowjob than to listen to that fucking song again.
You don't want to introduce them to their version of Johnny Be Good?
They got to make a buck. You know what I mean? They got to be able to buy their motorcycles and their leather and
Or ram it down?
here. You know, so they got to put out.
And
hits.
said Breaking the Law.
Ram It Down. That's an incredible fucking tune right there. Just that opening. Like,
I mean, but
I'm in love with that.
as David said, Harley already gave his vote, so his doesn't technically count. But Glenn
But
also
she
said.
voted the wrong one.
But Glenn also said breaking the law, but he does prefer I don't mess with the SOB.
I think we should coin flip. I call shenanigans.
Well, he said the audience got to vote, so
I
they
gave
gave
the
their vote.
audience, and they showed up, so we'll go with the audience, and breaking the law does move on. Hey, guess what, Drew?
You guys
It
are
ain't-
killing me. Audience.
Drew, it ain't winning round 2. I'll tell you that right the fuck now. No matter which way it goes. But
It don't matter. We already have 2 other Anthrax songs in there, so
but
Sure, but do we have enough Anthrax?
the next matchup just
never enough Anthrax.
We certainly got enough fucking Judas Priest.
but the
And
next
Metallica.
there's only one Priest song in this part actually, but next matchup starts off with me, and it's a 1983 matchup, and it's a Dio matchup. It's number 44 ranked Stand Up and Shout versus number 5 ranked Holy Diver. And I personally, Stand Up and Shout is 2.
I ended that round. How did you start this one?
Did I do the last one? No, I didn't start the last one. You did.
I thought CJ started the last one.
No, you did, Harley.
Oh. But I ended it.
Yeah, she
I
ended the
ended
last one.
I ended the last one.
No, you didn't, because I chose Indians,
Yeah.
and then we need the audience to do a tiebreaker.
I don't know.
I know. I was the last vote, and then we need a
But I
tiebreaker.
didn't start it because they
You
had
didn't
already
start- no,
voted
no, no,
for me.
You didn't start the. Actually, no, I went last. So, okay, so yeah, you're half right. Lisa started last one, so Phil gets to start the Dio one. Phil, is it Stand Up and Shout or Holy Diver?
Well, like you guys get weary of certain songs. I got weary of Holy Diver. It's obviously still a good song, but I'm going to go with Stand Up and Shout.
And Drew?
I'm actually going to go Stand Up and Shout as well. Holy Diver is just one of those ones. It's a great song, but you got to endure that long intro.
Yeah,
And ultimately, it's a song that has been beaten to death. Like I still love it, but I love Stand Up and Shout just a little bit more.
Yeah.
And CJ, you know, I have a feeling I know your vote.
Exactly what he said. I was just sitting here like Stand Up and Shout versus dan, 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 dan. So yeah, Stand Up and Shout.
And Harley, which way you want to go?
Stand Up and Shout.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
Oh, that's what I was looking at.
I'm torn in this because Stand Up and Shout to me is almost too mainstream sounding for the Dio songs I like.
Oh no!
But I mean, you all heard me express my love for Rainbow in the Dark in the last part. But
That's a great song.
But Holy Diver, Kill Switch Engage does it better. But Holy Diver's classic. I will throw it a vote because it's classic. And I love that when Dio was on South Park, that's the song he played. But I'll throw one to Holy Diver, even though Stand Up and Shout's already moving on clearly. But Lisa, which way would you have gone?
I heard both of these songs for the first time today.
You never heard Holy Diver?
No, and I liked it better than Stand Up and Shout.
Well, it's your first time hearing
Maybe
it.
that's because it hasn't worn me down.
Yeah, it hasn't worn you the fuck down yet. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm surprised you hadn't heard it before. When we were
I
kids, we were just
do not listen to metal. I go between the oldies, some pop, not a lot of pop, but some pop, and early 80s rap, and and yacht rock.
Well, you're the perfect person to be sampling these songs in, because
exactly.
I'm impressed.
A lot of them are the first time I've ever heard them.
Make sure to show the other part after that comment.
Oh.
Glenn says he's distracted by Harley's pussy.
Oh man.
Cat.
The cat that was behind me.
Sure means Glenn's a dirty old man.
I tried to get my pussy on camera, but she's shy.
Why pay for OnlyFans when you can just come here?
You should start charging for this, Jeremy.
Oh, hold on. There.
There you go, folks. Watch my show more.
All right, we're gonna go off video here.
Favorite shot of the day.
I'm having flashbacks to the last time I saw Lords of Acid.
But that means that Drew gets to start the next matchup, and I'm kind of happy he does. It's Drew. It's number 43 ranked. "Die with Your Boots On" by Iron Maiden from 1983, or number 4 ranked "One" by Metallica from 1988.
What was the second one?
"One" by Metallica.
Yeah, thematically they work together. Honestly, I think I'm going to go 1 on this one. This one isn't really that hard. I like both tunes, but 1 is actually a great song.
And CJ?
Yeah, what he said.
And Harley?
Yeah.
See, 1 is one of those Metallica songs I can't fucking stand. It's just it's something to do with songs that are titled 1. Because I hate fucking 1X by 3 Day Grace too. I fucking hate that. It's like the one song of that album I hate.
Check out the band Fate's Warning. Their song 1 is fantastic.
I mean, and
you'd probably love it.
What about Three Dog Night? 1 is the only number you'll ever do.
Okay, that song I like, but
is that basically about masturbation?
Yeah, basically. But folks, we will actually find out what the best song with one in the title is eventually, because that is a bracket I have to make up. But I have it already saved though. I gotta go with fucking Maiden though. I love fucking Bruce Dickinson's voice, and if you're gonna die with your boots on. So fucking Iron Maiden all day for me. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
Well, I did feel like it took a while to get to the song part, the singing part on one, but I liked it better than the heavy yelling of Iron Maiden. So one, please.
One moves on, unfortunately. But Phil, which way you want to go?
I don't like all of one. I think we talked about it last show, but the build up to that intersection where the drum roll and then the guitar riff is just incredible. Is a great payoff for all of the build up to it. So I'm gonna go with one.
Which means one moves on 5-1, ironically enough. And that means there's only 2 matchups left in round 1, because the number 1 ranked song in this part gets a bye to the second round. But the next matchup gets started off by CJ, and it's number 42 ranked Children of the Damned by Iron Maiden from 1982 versus number 3 ranked Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne from 1980.
Yeah, it's Maiden. Crazy Train is one of, you talk about overplayed songs, it is probably the single most overplayed fucking song.
Well, if you go to a ball game or something, it's on blast.
Yeah, like it's just, every fucking cover compilation has at least 312 copies of it, and it's just like, come on, bro, like, Ozzy's done like 19 fucking records, right? Like, why are we sticking with Crazy Train?
Well, Harley, if you're done playing with your pussy, what are you going to vote for?
I'm voting for Crazy Train.
And yeah, as much as I love Crazy Train, because he did bite the head off the bat. We all know that, Glenn. But it wasn't supposed to be a real bat, so it's really not that metal, because it was supposed to be a fake bat. But I got to go with Children of the Damned, though. Fucking Maiden can get my vote almost any day of the week, so I got to go with Children of the Damned. Even though I never heard that song till this bracket. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
I'm going Crazy on a Train.
And Phil, which way you want to go?
Well, I feel like Randy Rhoads died for something. I'm gonna go with Crazy Train.
And Drew, are we gonna have a tie, or are you going for Crazy Train as well?
Fuck Ozzy. I'm going Maiden on this one. It's been played so much, like it actually makes me nauseous fucking thinking of it.
Which means Glenn and or David, first one to answer, is it Crazy Train or is it Children of the Damned by Iron Maiden?
I will say that of the 2 songs, the one I had heard before was Children of the Damned.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why. It may have been a different group that played it, but...
Well, that's one song I'm surprised you didn't come across in everyday life or whatever.
Oh,
yeah, I'm into like that dark shit.
David's the first one to actually give a song choice, so he chose Maiden.
Yay!
You chose well.
We have a decision.
And that means Maiden does beat out Ozzy, and Crazy Train's taken off. Though Glenn says he likes Crazy
the
Women.
level of Padawan.
So this is Doro.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right. Very fetching.
She's
an absolute sweetheart and an incredible.
She's 61 years old and a black belt in Taekwondo and Jeet Kune.
Awesome.
So she's not only good looking, she's a total fucking badass in real life. Too.
Kick your ass too.
Hey, I can roll over your feet.
Hey, but Harley, apparently Glenn likes Crazy Women too. I mean, that's why he's talking about your pussy so much, but he said that's another story.
And she has the cutest German accent you've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Does
Well-
it come across in her songs?
A little bit. A lot of her songs are in German, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say she
Oh.
sings a lot in
Yeah,
German.
she's got quite a few songs that. she
Well,
does in
that
German.
makes sense.
Well, that means the final matchup in round 1 is going to get started off by Harley, and it's number 41 ranked Neon Nights by Black Sabbath from 1980, or number 2 ranked Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden from 1982.
You motherfucker.
I'm going Black Sabbath.
An easy one.
Yeah, Harley, thank you for giving the wrong answer. I am 100% going for the first Iron Maiden song I ever fucking heard, because it opens up the King Edward the Great compilation album. And as soon as I heard that fucking drum beat for the beginning of that song, I was hooked on Iron Maiden. And the history in that song is fucking amazing. So I'm going for Run to the Hills, but which way you want to go, Lisa?
Pussy Cat Solidarity Sabbath.
Okay. That'll make
I
sense.
A new form of female power here. But Bill, which way you want to go?
I didn't. They made a compilation album of Sabbath's Dio years, and I think this is the track that opened that album. I would be cutting grass, and I remember I hated cutting grass, but that album would really get me through it. So I really love that song. But this is really my favorite Iron Maiden song, so I'm going to go with "Run to the Hills."
And Drew, you get the wrong
Sabbath
answer.
easily.
You better run for your life, motherfucker. But
Oh, I believe it's "Run for Your Life." No,
yeah,
we're going Sabbath.
I'm a smoker. I can't do that voice, but it'll break up immensely. But
I'm a woman and I can't do that voice.
Jesus Christ, CJ, we're gonna have a tie, or are you going for Sabbath?
You know, I am not a massive Maiden fan. Run to the Hills is one of the very few songs that I actually really love. But as I stated earlier, Neon Nights came in that much short of Electric Funeral for us. So yeah, it's definitely Neon Nights. I just hate that it went up against fucking Run to the Hills.
Well,
Yeah.
Neon Nights is another one of those songs. It's got that riff in it, man, that just is,
that means Neon Knights is gonna face the number 1 ranked seed in the next round, and I don't think it's gonna make it through that round. But we'll see. We'll see. And that means that round 1 is officially over. And that means that I get to start off round 2, which round 2.
Jeremy, I'm sorry. Did Run to the Hills did not get through?
No.
No, unfortunately not. But
Okay.
Nope. Sabbath won.
Just making sure. I'm not hating.
Sorry, I could have choked you.
I'm not hating.
the matchup I get to start off
He
is
won.
Dr. Feel Good by Motley Crue versus Electric Eye by Judas Priest. And I got to go with Dr. Feel Good. I fucking love that song with a passion. Seeing them play it live was fucking incredible. So I fucking got to go with Dr. Feel Good. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
Oh, I'm feeling good.
And Phil,
What?
Phil, not asking where your hands are, Phil. Which way you want to go?
I'm going to go Electric Eye. I'm not a fan of that Motley Crue era. So,
Oh, that's the best era they ever fucking did.
nah.
Well,
And the
there was
thing-
an era without Vince Neil.
We do not talk about Generation Swine on this podcast.
We're talking about the Karabi one. Generation Swine had fucking Vince Neil. Learn your shit.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. No, Vince Neil's the fucking... No, Vince Neil got replaced by that fucking horrible guy during Generation Swine.
Oh.
No,
John,
Don
where was
Karabi did the self-titled 91 record, and then Vince came back and did Generation Swine as the return because it had that dumbass fucking version of Anarchy or
Anarchy in the UK? Yeah.
Some shit in it.
I love Motley Crue's version of that, but
Yeah, Megadeth did it better.
Thank you.
Actually, Drew, at KHS, I got so much shit for writing a freaking editorial to the paper about how, and I said in it at some point, like Motley Crue said, Anarchy in the UK, and I got so much shit. Everybody's like, that wasn't Motley Crue originally. But
I mean, I probably would have given you a little shit too.
I know. I know you would have. But that means Drew. Is it Motley Crue or Drew's Priest? As about
Priest.
And CJ.
Yeah, it's Priest all the way. I have like PTSD memories attached to this fucking Dr. Feelgood record. I was in basic training when it come out, and I like snuck out to try to buy the goddamn thing and got busted by the drill sergeant and ended up in fucking a holding cell at the fucking Fort Dix and shit over this fucking record. So like I got an Article 15 over this fucking record. So
I almost feel like that had to have been like the opening of a Twisted Sister video for you. What are you leaving for? Twisted Sister? What do you want to do with your life?
no, dude, I was injured, so I was on fucking bed. I was on bed rest, and our barracks was like 150 yards from the fucking PX. Everyone was out marching, so I was alone in the barracks. So I snuck down to the PX, bought the fucking thing, and as I was coming back, one of the drill sergeants had come back to make a phone call and caught me coming back in.
Ugh.
It was, what can you do, bro? I mean, I had the shit in my hand. I was supposed to be on bed rest. I wasn't like I could deny it, and it was a simple thing. I'll just wait outside for the. I'll just wait outside for the MPs, okay? You can save the brow beating and all that other bullshit. I'll go wait for the MPs.
You got me. Okay.
So,
But Harley, are we gonna have a tie, or are you going with Judas Priest as well?
Dr. Feelgood.
Which means Glenn or David, is it Motley Crue or is it Judas Priest? Which way are you going? We need first person to vote. Picks it.
We're getting a lot of ties.
That's okay. It means
It means it's good matchups. Actually,
we feel about the songs.
we got a lot of sweeps last part, so that means that this is actually harder matchups, but or maybe just more divided matchups, I guess. Than not exactly harder, but
Yeah.
David.
Divisive.
David says Priest.
Okay.
So Dr. Feelgood
Bummer.
fired.
Yep. And that
Apparently
means
he was feeling too good.
the next.
Buying his own supply.
Yeah, Dr. Feelgood did get a little played out, David. I kind of can see where you're coming from with that. I don't agree with it, but I can see where you're coming from. But which way? This one's going to start off by Lisa. Is it Flight of Icarus by Iron Maiden or I Want to Rock by Twisted Sister?
Sister.
And Phil?
Flight of Icarus.
And
Boy,
Drew?
when it comes to metal, we are a mixed marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I love Twisted Sister, but I think Maiden's gonna edge out on this one.
And CJ.
yeah, it's wrong Twisted Sister song. It's Maiden, you know.
I mean, if people are going to put one Twisted Sister song in a ranking, this
The
is the
price.
song. There's the song we're going to play. I know we all know this, but
The price. Oh, it's the price you gotta pay for all the games you want to play.
I mean, if we're sticking to the Stay Hungry album, then yeah. But I mean,
yeah, I mean,
he had so much better on any of the other albums. Like even Love Is for Suckers. I fucking love
yeah,
it.
That is such a grossly underrated record.
I know D hates it, but god damn, that's a fantastic record.
Yeah.
And Harley, is Maiden winning, or are you gonna give a little hope to Twisted Sister?
Maiden's winning.
Thank you, Lord, because I would have voted for it anyway. Maiden moves on 5-1 because just Bruce's scream at the end of that fucking song is incredible.
That was one of my problems.
Oh, because you could almost picture somebody's wings burning up as they're flying too close to the sun, and then plummeting to Earth, like with that scream, like it's just perfect. And actually, somebody on YouTube years ago did an animation video for that song, and it was fucking incredible. But the next matchup's going to start off by Phil, and it's "Turn Up the Night" by Black Sabbath versus "Among the Living" by Anthrax.
Well, I know you guys are big Anthrax fans, but I'm a big Sabbath fan, so I'm gonna trump your Anthrax with my Sabbath.
And Drew?
This is a tough one. This is "Turn Up the Night."
Yep.
Yep.
God, I fucking love that song too. Fuck. I'm gonna go Anthrax. I love both songs. I really do. That's a tough one. That's been the toughest one so far tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Yeah, Anthrax. I'm gonna go with that.
And CJ.
Yes. Anthrax. I'm sorry.
And Harley?
Anthrax.
Yeah. As much as I think Anthrax should have lost this round in the first round against Four Horsemen, I will vote for them against Turn Up the Night because I'm not a fan of Turn Up the Night. I'm still pissed that Turn Up the Night beat Round and Round. So I will vote for Anthrax for that reason as well. But Lisa, which way you want to go?
I actually do have to go Sabbath on this one. If we were talking Madhouse, but yeah.
Well, funny fucking thing about that, because Drew gets to start the next matchup, and it's Sabbath versus Anthrax again, and it's Die Young versus Madhouse.
So Sabbath goes.
Wait, Die Young versus Madhouse?
Yep.
Oh, God.
You're going to end up with Anthrax versus Anthrax.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh, shit.
Well, I do
This
tend
is
to
even tougher.
Here, I'll hold the
Oh, my God.
the control key.
Which one?
Die Young.
Fuck.
7.
I need a soundboard for Jeopardy music, just saying.
What's that?
I said I need a soundboard for Jeopardy music, I'm just saying. But
I know.
Say,
I'm
where's
holding up the show right now. This is tough.
where's the fuck you, Freddy, when you need one?
Oh, I got plenty of those to give. But
it fucking pains me to vote either one of them off. But I'm actually gonna vote for Die Young on this one.
ooh, surprising me even. But CJ, which way you want to go?
I'm with him. I have faith that Madhouse will triumph. So we're gonna go with Sabbath, Die Young.
And Harley?
Sabbath, I am.
Your faith may be misplaced, CJ,
Wow.
but it's Madhouse. It's fucking if I vote between these two songs, even though I'm pissed Slayer lost a fucking Madhouse to begin with, even though I voted against it to begin with, I'm still pissed about it. But I gotta go for Madhouse. Madhouse is that laugh at the beginning is fucking iconic metal right there. But which way do you want to go, Lisa?
I'm gonna die on that Young Hill again.
which means Sabbath does move on without much of a fight. But which way would you have gone, Phil?
Sabbath. Heaven and hell, Sabbath.
Oh. Which means that side of round 2 is over, and we get to go to the other side of round 2. And
It is so painful that Madhouse is gone.
I told you your faith is misplaced, CJ. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But this one's gonna get started off by CJ, and it's "Hallowed Be Thy Name" by Iron Maiden versus "I Love It Loud" by Kiss.
Maiden.
And Harley?
Iron Maiden.
And that's a big fat yup from me.
I can do it.
Just that fucking, the end of "Hallowed Be Thy Name" is fucking incredible. Which way would you have gone? Which way do you want to go, Lisa? It's not over yet.
Based on my rankings, I gotta go with Kiss.
And Phil?
He also, based on rankings, is going with Kiss. He
Yeah,
has stepped away.
I remember him saying in the first round that he wasn't a big fan of that Iron Maiden song, so
Hmm.
I'll believe you. But Drew, are we gonna have a tie, or are you gonna go for Maiden?
I'm actually going to go with Maiden on this one. I do love Kiss, but it is "Hallowed Be Thy Name."
Riley, there you are.
And
She
look,
doesn't
folks.
understand.
Lisa found her pussy and got attacked by it. But
Basically,
I went to a Blaze Bailey show a few years back, and he still does a lot of the Maiden stuff, and not even just the stuff from his era, but he'll tackle the Bruce and the Paul Di'Anno stuff as well. And a couple of the songs that he did that really surprised me, he did like nice acoustic versions of "Hallowed Be Thy Name" and "Wasted Years." And honestly, I prefer his versions of those two songs because they're so drastically different from the Maiden ones.
I am a Bruce diehard fan, and I will fucking slap you with a glove for that saying that shit. But Bruce Dickinson has my heart always for his voice. But that
I'm
means
telling you, just check it out. Give him a chance.
who is he again?
Blaze Bailey. He was the singer of Iron Maiden in the 90s.
Well,
X Factor is one of my all-time favorite records, period.
And I will say, I will fucking say, Drew, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Dickinson
Believe
is
me,
amazing.
I get that a lot from the Iron Maiden camp.
Let's say, how very dare you?
And I did, and we may find out eventually because I did make a top 100 Iron Maiden bracket. But so that's 3 parts of all Maiden. But that means that I get to start off the next match.
I'll be having dental surgery that day.
And the matchup I got to start is "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest versus "Stand Up and Shout" by Dio. And on this one, I actually have to go "Breaking the Law" because I'm not a huge fan of "Stand Up and Shout." And out of all the Dio songs that were in this bracket, it's one of my least favorites. So
I thought we got rid of "Breaking the Law."
no, audience participation, audience vote made it go
That's
through.
right. That's right. I forgot about that.
2 people fucking vote for it in the audience technically. But Lisa, is it "Breaking the Law" or "Stand Up and Shout"?
Stand up and shout. Shout.
And Phil?
Breaking the Law.
And Drew?
Stand Up and Shout easily.
And CJ?
Yeah, we'll go "Stand Up and Shout," even though they should have used "Hide in the Rainbow," which was on the Iron Eagle soundtrack. But that's a whole different story that I've told too many times. So
I fucking love Iron Eagle.
Yep, me too. I just saw it this year for the first time ever.
Within
it's
the
a
year.
good soundtrack,
Well,
man.
2024, but still.
And it's such a great placement too. Like he comes down, blows the freaking airfield up, and he walks through the fire, and it's like Hiding the Rainbow is playing in the background. It's just like there's
Mhm.
never been a better moment.
Metal soundtrack. It's just a good metal soundtrack for the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean it's a mixed soundtrack. It's got rock and metal, but
Oh yeah. But you know.
that's
Yeah,
such
the
an
Eyes of the
underrated
World
one.
that was the standout for me.
Which one?
Eyes of the World.
Yeah, and I have a passion for that Maniac House song. I love Katrina and the Waves, but there's just such a cockiness to that song. I went out on Friday night. She's just, at the Maniac House.
And Harley, are we going to have a tiebreaker, or are you going for Dio as well?
Breaking the law.
Which means David or Glenn, if you're still watching, you haven't commented in a while, but Glenn, if you're still watching, or David, is it going to be Breaking the Law or Stand Up and Shout? If either of you are still watching, which I think at least one of you is. Yeah, I think David still is, so. I think.
Well, and David's been hitting that red buzzer faster.
Well, I don't think Glenn's watching anymore anyway because he was on my YouTube, and I got no viewers in there right now, so.
Bueller.
I have to flip that coin.
I have to. I'll give him another couple seconds, but.
Mm-hmm.
And that's time, David. But he got kicked out earlier, I know, for some random reason. So let's go with that coin flipper, which I've had up this whole time, but haven't had to use yet. And since Harley was last to vote, what is it for Breaking the Law, heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads takes it, which means Breaking the Law is out.
Well, that'll satisfy Drew then.
It was a much needed victory there.
Well, I mean, now we'll see in the next round, but the next matchup gets started off by, I believe, by Lisa. And it's won by Metallica versus Children of the Damned by Iron Maiden.
Metallica.
Oh, Dave, too little, too late. Too little, too late, Dave, because he was going to vote for Breaking the Law, but you gave it a little bit too late for that one. But I'm sure Drew's happy about that. But
yes. Sorry, Dave, but
Phil,
Dave.
You win.
You win a complimentary year's worth of spam. But Phil,
Well, you have to pick it up.
Phil, is it Metallica or Iron Maiden?
Metallica.
And Drew?
What Maiden song was it again?
Children of the Damned.
Oh yeah, we're going Children of the Damned.
And
Metallica's cool and all, but one just doesn't hold a candle up to it.
And CJ.
I'm going one just because it's on the same record as Dyer's Eve. Sort of call it an auxiliary vote. It's song adjacent to my favorite Metallica song.
What was it song adjacent to?
Dyer's Eve. It's the last song on And Justice for All. It's like the fastest, heaviest song that Metallica has.
See, if I'm going to listen to that album, I go Blackened.
I don't know. I just love when he's like, "Dear mother, dear father, what is this? Oh, you have what is true."
And Harley, which way you want to go?
Children of the Damned.
What?
Children of the Damned.
And yeah, I gotta go Children of the Damned too, which means, folks, we're in a tiebreaker. So, David, if you can get it fast, Is it One by Metallica or Children of the Damned by Iron Maiden? If you can get it fast enough, David, I'll give you a few. I'll give you 20 seconds. Oh, 30. Good. Facebook sucks. Or YouTube sucks at commenting.
Give him a minute.
Yeah.
So what y'all do today?
Clean the fucking house all day.
Work.
Work.
Yeah.
I had my rotisserie draft.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you had that there today.
Took about 8 hours.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Which is Aaron not a metal fan? I'm assuming. I think I know that
Nah,
already.
he's not a metal fan.
Oh, and David says Children of the Damned. Making Children of the Damned move on.
You chose.
I don't know. I think David might be more of a Harley fan than,
There's a lot of those out there, trust me. But that means that we'll get start the final matchup in round 2. And it's the one song we haven't touched so far. It's number 41 ranked Neon Nights by Black Sabbath from 1980, facing the number 1 seed, Master of Puppets by Metallica from 1986.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Master Puppets versus Neon Knights. I love Neon Knights. I was hoping I'd get a chance to vote for it, but I'm gonna have to go with Master Puppets.
And Drew?
Neon Knights. Easily.
And CJ?
Yup. Not even close. I really dislike Master of Puppets, that song.
And Harley?
Neon Nights.
Yeah, no, and fucking no. Neon Nights is nowhere near as good in my book as Master of Puppets, which might be in my top 3 Metallica songs of all time. Monster. But and I love that scene in Old School where they're abducting all the fucking pledges and Master of Puppets is playing. But classic.
Do we have Harley again?
Phil, you can
Yet.
actually Lisa gets to choose whether we're doing a tie or Sabbath's winning.
See, now here I'm completely even on these 2 songs. So I generally defer to Philip, but the crowdsourcing here. I think I'm going to go Neon Nights.
I can live with that. We can.
I still love you.
We can be. We can continue to live together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, where would I go?
Breaking my fucking heart, Neon Nights does move on.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I'm in Ohio too.
That's right. That's right.
But
We do have somewhere to go.
Master,
Didn't think about that.
Thank you, Harley.
Master of Puppets
How many
is
steps do you have?
so fucking incredible. But that means the quarterfinals can officially get started.
Mm.
And they're going to get started off by Drew. Is it Electric Eye by Judas Priest or Flight of Icarus by Iron Maiden?
Judas fucking Priest.
And DJ?
Yeah, I got to go Priest on this one.
And Harley?
Yep.
Yeah, I am not letting Priest win that easy. And Flight of Icarus is my top 5 Maiden song, so I got to go with Flight of Icarus. But which way you want to go, Lisa? Maiden or Priest?
I'm going to go Priest.
Which means Priest does go into the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
But which way would you have gone, Phil?
I was deliberating. They're really close in my rankings, and I really, Electric Eye is really awesome. But I probably would have went. I go with Flight of Icarus, but
just the storytelling
For the hell of it.
is so much better. But which that means that CJ gets to start off the other side, the last matchup in this side of the quarterfinals. Is it Among the Living by Anthrax or Die Young by Black Sabbath?
Oh, it's Anthrax.
And Harley.
Anthrax.
Yeah, I'm throwing they're close in my book, but I'll throw my vote to Sabbath. Die Young's a little bit better song than that Anthrax song. It was my least favorite of the three on this part. But which way you want to go, Lisa?
Sabbath.
And Drew?
So
I'm sorry, Phil.
Sabbath.
And Drew, are we having a tiebreaker or is it going to be Sabbath?
You know what? I would feel awful voting either one of these off. So for the sake of variety and letting the audience, the coin, the gods, the Senate, whoever, we'll make it a tiebreaker.
Well, the
God
Senate.
damn it, I love both songs.
Well, Drew, David, if you have a choice here, it's Sabbath or Priest, or not Sabbath or Priest, Sabbath or Anthrax. But I will say, Drew, the Senate has become an empire.
Yeah.
And David, there is no wrong answer here.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he goes for fucking breaking the law again, yes, that's the wrong answer.
David, I'll give you 20 seconds before I throw up the coin.
He picked Sabbath.
He said Sabbath.
All right.
Much to
Correct.
CJ's chagrin, but he said Sabbath. And that means we get to go to the other side of the quarterfinals. And it gets started off by Harley. And it's either Hollow Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden or Stand Up and Shout by Dio.
Iron Maiden.
And I'm going to give that a big fat yep. That's not the best Dio song in this fucking part, but which way you want to go, Lisa?
I gotta go with Dio.
And Phil?
Yeah, the
And Drew?
I actually think I'm going to side with Maiden on this one.
Which CJ? Are we going to have another tie or are you going to go with Maiden?
I'm going with Dio.
All right, Dave, you're needed again. Is it Hollow Be Thy Name or Stand Up and Shout?
Maybe next week next time you should just add Dave as an alternate.
I mean, he could.
He doesn't get to vote regular. He just gets to break ties.
I mean, no.
Win flip.
If he's on, he gets to vote regular. We'd have an odd number, then it would have worked.
I'm just teasing you. Just joking.
But yeah,
well, typically you try to get an odd number, but then I kind of.
If my we'll see what the next. We'll see who picks the next topic. Whoever wins the wheel today, and we'll see how many people actually want to be on it because that always changes based on what the topic is, of course. So,
True.
But David says Maiden. So, Hollow Be Thy Name moves on.
Defeating.
Defeating Dio.
Yeah.
And knocking Dio out of this bracket. But the final matchup in the quarterfinals gets started off. Where the fuck did I leave off that one? Start off by me. And it's Children of the Damned by Iron Maiden versus Neon Knights by Black Sabbath. And I also want to say at this point, it's kind of funny that only one of the top 8 made it to the quarterfinals. The rest of them were all.
They're correcting their errors.
Ranker's errors, not mine.
Right, we're
But-
fixing the rankings, right?
Didn't say they
Real
were
time.
yours. I said there.
Oh, I thought you said your. But
No,
uh,
there.
but which way you want to go, Lisa? Children of the Damned or Neon Knights?
Neon Knights.
And Phil?
I'm like super stoked that I get a chance to vote for Neon Knights, having to vote against it last time. So
Last 2 times. But which way you want to go, Drew?
I'm actually going to go Children of the Damned on this one.
And CJ?
Neon Knights.
And Harley, are we going to have a tie or are you going for Sabbath as well?
Children of the Damned.
Well, shit, David. You're needed for the 3rd time in a row. Is it Children of the Damned or Neon Knights? And you can make a wrong choice in this one, I guarantee it.
Well, yeah, but that's only if he brings Breaking the Law back up.
Breaking the Law. I like the
Breaking the
Beavis.
law.
I like the Beavis and Butthead version of Breaking the Law.
Breaking
That's
it
my
up,
favorite.
breaking it up.
He brought Beavis and Butthead to our first date.
Breaking it up. Yeah.
I'm planning to kick him out any day now.
I'm not leaving. I have no place to go to.
I mean, I'm sure if you go to... Oh, he
Is
says
that a
CO.
Will Johnson Jr. line?
He says Children of the Damned. So Children of the Damned.
Sorry.
So Children of the Dam bumped Neon Knights.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh,
But
David.
We need a new standby.
Sabbath is already... Well, Sabbath is already in the semifinals, so don't feel bad about that. But we don't want to end up with Sabbath versus Sabbath in the fucking finals.
Okay.
Remember, most of the time he's
Don't
part of
we
the
though?
people, he votes with me.
True.
Yep.
But that means that Lisa gets to start off the first matchup in the semifinals, and it's going to be Electric Eye by Judas Priest versus Die Young by Black Sabbath.
Die Young. Sabbath. Like that.
And Phil?
Die Young.
And Drew?
Sabbath.
Ooh, surprising me a little bit. But CJ, which way you want to go? Is this going to be all one direction so far?
Sabbath versus who?
Electric Eye by Judas Priest.
Yeah, Sabbath.
Which means Sabbath does earn their way into the finals on this half. But Harley, which way would you have gone?
Sabbath.
Yeah, I would have too. We can actually have a sweep. We're actually going to have a sweep in the semifinals on this side. But the other side of the semifinals is going to get started off by Phil, and it's "Hallowed Be Thy Name" by Iron Maiden versus "Children of the Damned" by Iron Maiden. It's an Iron Maiden matchup off the same album.
Wow.
What are the 2 songs?
"Hallowed Be Thy Name" or "Children of the Damned."
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go with Children of the Dam for the totally arbitrary reason that it's similar to a Black Sabbath album, which is a superior band. So Children of the Dam.
And Drew?
I'm actually going to know how it would be thy name.
And CJ?
Yeah, Children of the Damned. I'm not a massive Maiden fan, so
And Harley?
Children of the Damned.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it interesting. And I also think "Hallowed Be Thy Name" is the better song. So I got to go with "Hallowed Be Thy Name." But which way you want to go, Lisa? Is it going to be a tie or are you going to give it to Children of the Damned?
Well, you know how much I'm enjoying David, so let's make it a tie.
You got the most important fan base in
Well, David's a Harley fan.
bracketology.
Uh-huh.
That's
No.
right.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Well, you heard her, folks. Lisa wants to bring another man into the mix. So,
Mhm.
David, is it Children of the Damned or Hallowed Be Thy Name?
Well, I prefer Hallowed Be Thy Name, but you know.
You want to keep it interesting. I get it. It makes the show a little better.
I think
I
so.
don't- So,
Aren't you in New Jersey, Jeremy?
Massachusetts.
Oh,
How
I think New Jersey.
I'm from New York originally. How dare you bring up New Jersey? But,
I was just wondering if you saw any drones or anything recently.
What's that hallowed be thy name?
Yep. David goes for Hallowed Be Thy Name. Which means Hallowed Be Thy Name does move into the finals.
Say Jersey is the armpit of America.
Yes, it is. Yes, it fucking is. Thank you. Or you don't have to get out of your car in the whole state to pump gas, which is amazing. But
Well, the aliens like it.
When they made that Monsters or Addams Family animated movie, that first one,
yeah,
and that part in the beginning where they get like chased out of their home and Morticia's like, we need to move someplace that's horrible, that's nasty, blah blah blah, someplace that nobody would ever want to move to, and then there shows an outside sign that says "Welcome to New Jersey." That was just like, yes.
and David, if you're trying to figure out how to follow me, Harley can help out with that. But that means the finals. We'll get started off by the man who picked this bracket, Drew. And Drew, the finals for this part are Die Young by Black Sabbath, number 61 ranked from 1980, versus number 8 ranked Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden from 1982.
Black Sabbath easily.
All right. And CJ?
Sabbath by a mile.
And Harley?
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, I am not going to let Black Sabbath win that easy, and I honestly think Hallowed Be Thy Name is the better song of the two. So I got to go with Maiden. But Lisa, which way you want to go?
Sabbath.
See,
Well, you said that.
Not laughing at you, just laughing at you.
And
We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you.
Yeah, you're just not actually laughing.
and Phil, which way would you have gone?
Sabbath.
Well, it's not a sweep, thank God, but Sabbath does move into the grand finale.
I don't think we've had a single sweep.
Not today.
Yeah,
Not today.
No,
Damn
didn't
it.
we have one?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Well,
It's been a highly controversial bracket.
Yeah, it's been very yeah.
but
Divisive.
that means the grand finale in a palindrome matchup gets started off by CJ. And since he wasn't here last time, that's going to be even more interesting. Because it's number 16 ranked, the winner from 2 weeks ago, Creeping Death by Metallica from 1984, versus number 61 ranked, Die Young by Black Sabbath from 1980.
Good Sabbath.
And Harley?
Sabbath.
Yeah, no. Sabbath shouldn't have beat fucking Iron Maiden, and they sure as fuck are not beating Creeping Death. That is one of the best Metallica songs out there, so. But, which way you want to go, Lisa?
Sabbath.
Jeremy's about to have a temper tantrum.
You were saying?
Creeping Death fucking beat out Balls to the Walls for nothing? But we're not. It's not decided yet. But, Bill, which way you want to go? Break my heart if you have to.
I'd love to support you, Jeremy, but I mean, I do like Creeping Death. You're right. That is a very heavy song.
He just wants to see Jeremy have a temper tantrum.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm going to go with Sabbath. I'm sorry. I can't betray my, and this, I'm not going to die on that hill. So.
You're gonna die young, motherfucker! But, Drew, which way would you have gone?
Have we mentioned that the Sabbath is black?
And it's massive.
And it's heavenly.
All Sabbath matters. Yeah,
True.
I gotta go Black Sabbath, man. I mean, Metallica. All right, cool. Creeping Death.
See,
How the
It-
fuck did they win the first
I
one?
would say Creeping Death is somewhere in like maybe my top.
You weren't there.
I don't know, 180s metal tunes. So they'll have their place, but
How the fuck did
it's
it
Black
win the
Sabbath.
first one? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It beat balls to the fucking walls, for God's sake. But
Yeah,
That was not my fault.
I was this close. I was this close to helping you out.
and okay, put it this
I
way.
didn't have CJ around to help me last week.
Mhm. Exactly.
But
so
this way.
in the best one possible, it did beat balls to the wall. So be a man and take them on the chin and
Okay, I'm just saying. It beat balls to the wall. It beat nothing but a good time, and it beat fucking Straight Through the Heart by Dio in the first fucking round.
nothing.
And
but a
none of
good
those
time.
were on my
Poison.
shoulders.
What was that, CJ?
Nothing but a good time by Poison.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That ranks right up
How
there with
could I
Cherry
resist?
Pie is possibly the most cheesy song.
Thank you very much. I think I made a point like that at the last episode.
You did.
I do fucking love Poison. I really do, but that really shouldn't have been the
Yeah.
song that was up there.
Exactly.
Fallen Angel?
Like,
Yeah, all right. I would have went with Fallen Angel, totally.
or Ride Like the Wind, or
I mean, and it beat fucking it beat Dio in the first round. I'm just saying, but well, folks, you heard it here first. Creeping Death by Metallica won second place out of 79 songs, and Hollow Be not the name, fuck, and Die Young by Black Sabbath won first place out of all of the 79 songs. So,
Fucking A right, it did.
if you want to hear what we did last time, check out the two previous specials. I broke the first part into two different episodes. I probably won't do that for this part, I don't think, but we'll see. And folks, that means it's everybody's favorite time of the night. It's that time to see who's going to pick next week. 2 weeks from now's bracket. And of course, Andrew is not in this because he
Pointing at me for
picked this one.
Aww.
Fair.
I already picked recently.
But there's still fun. Everybody, as long as you didn't pick the one we're doing currently, your name's on the wheel. So,
All right.
the only people in this bracket who haven't picked before are me and CJ. So, because I get to win a wheel spin in either of my fucking shows somehow. But, off we go.
Round and round it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Round and round.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
All right, there you go.
Fucking finally, fucking. I don't know what I'm picking. I will let everybody know. There's a lot of choices now, and I have a lot of fucking things that. Oh, actually, I might know what I'm thinking.
Go with
already,
the
actually.
Docking bracket.
I have
Don't
taste,
I
Andrew.
get
best gay porn anthems of the 1980s.
Wow.
Oh, so the docking bracket.
Breaking
Okay.
the law on that.
Darn, I'm busy.
Let's see.
I'll be
I don't want
watching
to
my TV show that night.
You gonna tell us right now what you're gonna pick, or you gonna?
I
Hold on.
think I know. I had narrowed down to like 2 or 3 originally. I don't want to pick an artist. So if I pick an artist bracket, no one's gonna fucking do it besides Harley. So,
I was
Yeah,
going to
depends on
do
the
the
artist.
stalker songs.
what was it, Harley?
I said I was going to do the stalker songs.
The what songs?
The stalker
Stalker.
song bracket.
I still don't know what you said, bro.
Like every breath you take,
Stalker.
or something, or
songs.
Stalker.
I know.
Yeah, every breath
And
you
then-
take. What is it? I'm watching you.
Yeah.
Somebody's watching.
always something there to remind me.
Always something there. Oh, really? Is that
Creepy.
stalker?
I'm going to say, if Make Believe by Conway Twitty is not on that list, it is not a legitimate list. That is
I honestly don't know where I got that, but all right. Oh,
A couple of 50 songs should be on that list.
Oh yeah.
Make believe.
let's see. Next month, next one's gonna be in April. That isn't no holidays I really want to give a fuck about. Fuck it. I'm all right. You know what? I'm doing the rank. I'm doing this the one I wanted to do for the longest time. That I was hoping like Phil would pick or Lisa would pick, but they didn't. So I got to go with the Ranker Top 79 doo-wop songs.
All
I
right.
like that one.
I fucking love. I am a
fucking
huge fan of
love.
doo-wop, so I will fucking go with the Ranker Top 79 doo-wop songs.
All right then.
I'd like
It
to
is a same as songs in this bracket. It's a two-part bracket.
this song.
Some of my top choices will probably make the top.
Fall in love with me.
Mighty
But,
Fools Fall in Love.
I will post that to the chat.
Who
And
put the bump in the bump, shabump, shabump? Who put the rama lama ding ding?
Brought up Frankie
I love
Valley.
doo-wop music, dude. Like, I get so many looks because I'll drive around town with the windows down, cranking like Frankie Valley and
I
shit
will,
like that. And people look
I
at
will
me.
be doing that.
Yeah, when they're expecting rap and they get doo-wop.
No, but
I'll
they
be
see
doing
my
that.
hair and they're expecting like Maiden or Priest or something, and I'm there singing like Frankie Valley and the Starlights and shit, and people just kind of look at me like,
I'll be posting that bracket in all the right chats for everybody. But come back in 2 weeks to hear that one, folks, because we've done a lot of metal lately, so we're doing something completely different. We're doing doo-wop. Come check it out. But Andrew, where can they
All
find
of a
you?
sudden, I'm available.
You can find me on pretty much any social media. Insert socialmedia.com/DruidusPriest. And if you look hard enough, you find me on all of Jeremy's podcasts like a bad game of fucking Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego.
speaking
I
of
don't know.
doo-wop,
After these choices tonight, I'm not trying to find you, fucker.
nice
But
doo-wop tie-in.
CJ,
When you go looking for Jesus, you sometimes find me, you know?
I dug up the wrong cave. But CJ, where can they find you?
They can find me at the web address that's under my name. Pretty much everything is pointing there now except for Facebook. And Facebook, you just look up Music God CJ Plain. So, yeah, Music God CJ Plain.rocks.
And Harley, where can they find you besides playing with your person?
Oh my God. The Asylum with Harley and Joker and the Mod Squad Network and any podcast that Jeremy's pretty much on.
I just attract people like fucking flies. What can I say? But Lisa and Phil, where can they find you?
Well, yeah, I did a search myself just to test. You know, we can be found, and that is it right there at pod. You do that in your search engine, you'll come up with returns for all of our platforms that we're on, and also if you go to the actual platforms themselves like Instagram, Facebook, and you put at pod, you'll find us and you'll be entertained immensely.
Yep, we recently started a new version called Doge Laugh Love. It's our version of political podcast. We're trying to keep it even tempered, and we are open to alternate opinions on orange people.
I avoid political podcasts for certain reasons, but
Yeah.
I would volunteer.
Understood.
I don't want to get canceled by half people that listen to me. So, you could of course
I
find
feel like the political stuff, you're either preaching to the choir or gearing up for a fight.
I feel like we're preaching to the choir on ours. We're trying to find someone who's willing to fight gently, and we cannot find that.
Yeah.
I'm losing half my audience, or I would. But you could find your musers, as always, on Facebook as Squatchy Largefoot, where all our shows are broadcasted by this bipedal Sasquatch who learned from the Arcturians. He's supposed to be a good fella. I don't know. Haven't met him yet. But you can also find us on Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed Podcast Collective, YouCubed. You can find us on XXBaby in the Gram as at Juggalo Bastard, and you can find us on TikTok as at Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And you can also find me, you can also find me personally on Pod Nation TV Network now, and with my other show, not that show quite yet. And you can find me on YouTube. You can find both of us on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings, the only place to hear and see every episode we've ever done. And if you want to get your full Chansey, that's where you're going to find it. For all those who keep questioning, who's this Chansey we keep referencing in every fucking show we do? But until next time, folks, come back for Doo-Wop in 2 weeks and come back this Tuesday for our regular episode.
We look forward to your return, Chansey.
Whenever he comes out of the abyss. But you could also find more metal this Tuesday on Maniacal Music Musings as well. But come back then and have a good time. Have a good one, everybody.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, guys.